Sheriff Gautreaux, great to see you. Thank you for being here. And DA Villamore, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for members of the committee for allowing me to speak with you briefly this morning. And my position here today is just such is to let you know that as sheriff, there's nothing more important to me in East Baton Rouge Parish than education as far as it relates to crime and public safety. There is a direct correlation between crime and lack of education.
Hiller Moore, glad to be here today, Mr. Carter and ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I come here as no expert whatsoever in education.
Thanks. I'm Amanda Wells. I'm a resident of Baton Rouge, and I did listen to the hours of testimony several weeks ago, and I was overwhelmed by the number of principals coming out and speaking against this bill. And I actually walked out and said, "Wait a second, let me get my head around it. I have read the bill. I'm an attorney." After hearing the principals, I said, well, maybe I'm missing a piece of this puzzle. And so I went back and I started talking to friends. I talked to principals at private schools. There are great schools, private, charter, and public, that are following this model. There are very successful schools that hire outside companies to come in and manage food services and transportation.
Mrs. Wells, you mentioned that you talked to private schools and to others, and they have autonomy to do this. You talked to Catholic schools?
I've talked to, I know that the Catholic system goes to a higher board with the Catholic Church,
and
level.
Principals don't have autonomy over any transportation. Is that correct?
That's one specific issue. Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And food service, they don't have.
They have a contract. What the point that I was trying to make is that the Catholic school system obviously reports to the bishop, and there's a committee there that operates.
It's a school board.
Similar
it's a school board.
To a school board.
It is a school board.
Yes. This bill would allow groups of schools in certain achievement zones, areas, education zones, to enter into group contracts. And you look at how they do things like manage the bus system and the cafeteria.